EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Okay, break.
Throwing to start the drive. Burke toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Burke. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Burke. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's taken on the 25. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. From left side, it's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the plate. Should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Down to the 41.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. From the 41, here's second down and 7. Pollard gets it off the option. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Murray going to throw. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
2nd and 7. Waddle, the motion man, right. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Burke. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's an early scramble viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where that football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. A solid stiff arm. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 54 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Running right, it's Pollard. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. 3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Running right, here's Walker. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Now 2nd and 5. Option play. Here's Pollard. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. Cardinals got to go quickly. Hustling to the line. Now Murray. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Murray. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Murray now to throw. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know a Super Bowl berth is in sight. They got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
First down, and it's Pollard again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Murray now. Swinging this out for Pollard. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. There's Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. Well, look looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Burke. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Batch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Burke. Over the middle. And caught it up. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the 1st time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He completes this to Walker. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Looking to throw. Burke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. This is good for a first down, his second grab in this NFC Championship bout. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, here's Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now a give here to Pollard. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here's Murray. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. To the sideline and incomplete. That close on third down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. This possession, gigantic. No gain on the play there, second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Burke. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go now.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Here now, 2nd and goal. They'll go with the keeper. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Murray to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, forget about matriculating the ball down the field at this point of the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll run with Pollard. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Here's 2nd down. They'll run. Here's Pollard.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. A give to Pollard running left. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
Here.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Halas, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship for Charles Davis.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a real